Joe Pietaro here with your Muscle Sport Minute for today, and this episode is brought to you by I Am Protect the letter N Lift.com. That is a workout apparel for the police officers that need to stay in shape so they can protect themselves from those fucking scumbags out there. Big supporters of the police, Muscle Sport Magazine. Hey, I want to touch base about the Philadelphia Eagles beat writer from the Philly Inquirer, Jeff McLean, who got ejected from the press box. And, I won't go through the whole story. If you want to look it up, it's all over the internet. Instead of reiterating it, I'm just going to throw my opinion on it. I've reached out to Jeff, and I'm hoping he gets back to me because I would like to do a full article on this. And I found it kind of interesting because as a former editor-in-chief of a sports magazine, I've dealt with PR staffs for a number of years, either in person, on the phone, via email, whatever, because I was the contact person at the magazine, and I put in credential requests, season, game by game, what have you. And I've dealt with these people, and a lot of them are really good. I would say 99% of them really good. But when you got there's a jerk off in every fucking bunch, and it sounds to me like the media relations head at the Eagles, Ann Gordon, it sounds to me like she's a little bit of a jerk off here. What she did. And I'll give you an example. When you're in the press box, especially in the last game of the season, when the team's having a lousy year like the Eagles did and didn't make the playoffs, the press box is a joke. A couple of years back, I was in the Jets press box. 2 seats away from me was, a fucking Teddy Atlas wearing, I believe, a Klecko jersey. Teddy Atlas was Mike Tyson's trainer. He's not a fucking sports writer. He was sitting in there hanging out because somebody he knew hooked him up and got him a seat in the press box. So the last game of the year, it's really like, all right, whatever, let's just get this shit over with kind of thing. So whatever happened between the sports writers and the media relations staff, it is what it is. But you don't get a guy fucking thrown out and ejected, especially there at the time. And then you threaten the other sports writers because they were sticking up for the fucking guy. To me, I find that to be totally fucking ridiculous. And I'm totally on McLean's side because I'll give you an example of dealing with, sometimes you deal with nonsense. I have this Muscle Sport Magazine tattoo. It's a real tattoo. It doesn't rub off, I got it at a tattoo parlor. Last year, I covered the Jets practically every home game. And I was in a, one of those little reporters scrum, and I was reaching with my recorder behind Brandon Marshall's head to get my recorder close to him so I can record, his responses for some quotes to questions he was doing for stories. And I'm standing behind him, and my arm got into some TV cameras, but so did all the other mic flags. News 12, that's in Long Island, New York 1, which is in Manhattan News, NewYorkJets.com, CBS, PIX 11 in New York, I guess ESPN, whatever, NFL Network, tons of mic flags. My arm got in there. I wasn't sticking something with a sign hanging it like, show your tits or something like that, or, fucking, Opie and Anthony sign and stuff like the assault on the media. I was holding my recorder, doing my job, getting quotes. And I even asked Brandon Marshall a question during this said scrum. Well, one of the media relations people at the Jets, which I believe there was other reasons prior to this, but I won't get into them because it's mere speculation. But apparently he said that I couldn't come back anymore because I had a tattoo that showed on the TV. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? It's a fucking tattoo. It doesn't have a curse. It doesn't have fucking tits on it. So I can see exactly where some of these people are a fucking pain in the balls. Another example. Years back, probably like 07, 06, one of my writers covered the Yankees for me at the magazine, and he had a spring training pass for the Yankees. He was going to the home games and the road games down in Tampa. Well, the Yankees PR guy contacted me and said he was pulling this guy's credential because he was too chummy with the ball players. Isn't that like good then? That means he won't bash them. He'll probably write positive stories about them. Well, the guy was pissed that he got his credential pulled, and he went around the media relations guy and way above his head to Hank Steinbrenner. Yes, the son of George Steinbrenner. And Hank Steinbrenner said, what? Get the fuck out of here. And picked up the phone. And guess what? My writer had his credentials back. And the Yankees were all, this guy was all jerked off and everything. But you know what? When they act like assholes and they think they're doing you a favor by giving you credentials, no, you're just allowing me to do my job. You're getting paid. I'm getting paid. I'm in the press box. I'm not there as a fan. I have a laptop, not a fucking beer in my hand. I'm not watching the game. I'm not wearing fucking pom-poms, okay? I'm doing my fucking job. So when a guy like Jeff McClain, who's there, and it looked like he was wearing a suit and everything. I mean, this guy is fucking, like I said, he's been a beat writer for 8 years. I didn't wear a suit in the fucking press box. A polo shirt, maybe. That was as fucking fancy as I fucking went. But you're not doing us any favors, PR, media relations people. You know what? And if you throw us out and we're a legitimate person that needs, credentialed, we have other avenues to go. Just like when you don't give me credentials and I can't go to a game, I'll still get fucking words from that guy if I really want to, because I'll contact his fucking personal PR people, his agency, his fucking sports marketing agency. You don't hold all the fucking keys, media fucking relations people. Like I said, 99% of you are fucking great, and you let us do our jobs and you give us access. But then there are a few, like it seems like Ann Gordon is one of the fucking few. She should hang out with fucking Tattoo Boy over there, the fucking guy that didn't like my fucking tattoo. But whatever. Hey, musclesportmag.com/store. Get your back issues like that one from 2013 with Derek Jeter. We'll see you next time.